Before we begin, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to all the partners involved in the SPADE project. Their expertise and dedication are what makes these initiatives possible. And they will help reshape how you guys, and I mean the applicants here, how you integrate technology with the environment. So together we have the potential to create a better world through the use of drones. I wish you all the best on this exciting journey, and I will give the floor to Mr. Aris. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David. I suppose you can see my screen, right? My slides.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so thank you for the introduction, David. As David mentioned, I'm researcher at CERT. CERT is coordinating the project. So first of all, what is SPADE? So SPADE is all about drones and its usage.
Something happened, Mino?
For many purposes.
Sorry, something happened with the connection, Aris.
Yes,
All
Can
right.
you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Then, okay, so as the title of the project mentions, it's all about, SPADE is all about drones in agriculture and forestry. So a multi-purpose physical cyber agri-forest drones ecosystems for governance and environmental observation. Moving to the next slide. So what is the rationale behind SPADE? Why did we think of this cool project? First of all, the use of drones is increasingly applied in agriculture for agricultural purposes and for forestry. However, there are risks that are related to drone operations that are still need to be addressed. There are, all the time there are new regulations that are being they're coming up all the time concerning drones usage. The new operations and applications and services are being emerged all the time, and there is a complexity in the technological aspect and in architecture of such systems. So SPADE aims to develop an intelligent ecosystem in order to address the multi-purpose concept of deploying unmanned aerial vehicles and promote sustainable digital services in the sectors of forestry, cropping, and livestock farming. So this is the presentation of our partners, our consortium. It consists of 21 partners from 9 European countries: Spain, Greece, Norway, Denmark, Germany, France, Portugal, Finland, and Slovakia, and one associate country, the United Kingdom. It is a multidisciplinary consortium which has a lot of overlapping knowledge, and they come from different sectors, from universities, research institutes, and companies, SMEs. Now, about the objectives now of SPADE. So first of all, the main objective is to learn ourselves, of course, and then engage others in learning about the various aspects of the different risks and the applications of drone systems in agriculture and forestry. The second main objective, is to develop ourselves cost-effective drones and test them. And the third objective is to develop an open source, open access ecosystem where we are going to merge all this knowledge and the data sets and the data clouds and all together in one system, in one ecosystem. So this is the heart of the SPADE project. It's mainly the SPADE platform. The next objective is to deploy all these applications in our 3 different pilots addressing forestry, livestock, and crop production. And finally, to make the innovation known to everyone. About the pilots now, this is the key for all our challenges. So we need to address issues that we are facing in our 3 pilots. First of all, we have the forestry pilot, as I mentioned. We have a case study in Norway about forestry. So it's about forestry inventory mainly, forest harvest and other operations that are being done in the forests. So we have the experts there in forestry, Nibio, our company. About the open field pilot, this one is launched in Spain, in the Balearic Islands. It's addressing different issues that we have with the crop of potato and fruit farming in terrace crops such as citrus and olive trees that are very common in the island. Focusing on crop scouting, disease detection, monitoring, and other operations. And the third pilot is the livestock. That one is launched in Greece, in a Greek island of Lesbos, where we are testing the 3 cases aiming to promote and improve the breeding, grazing, and health monitoring of sheep flocks. Just to mention that the 3 pilots are utilizing 3 different use cases in terms of drones operation and the size. So in this slide, I can show you how they are categorized. So for each pilot, we're addressing the application of small drones, forming a swarm and operating in collaborating with each other. The second case is the cooperating case, where we have 2 medium-sized drones collaborating for a specific purpose for each pilot. And of course, we have the application drones as in the last category, large drones that can do specific tasks. I will not go into more details about the pilots because we are going to have further sessions for each challenge and for each pilot in the future with all the details. Now, about the SPADE drones, what we've developed so far. So far, we've developed the swarm drones. They are small, very small. They have a LiDAR on top for the inventory and for navigation. They are going to be used in forests through the forestry pilot for crop monitoring and for monitoring herds. Also, the medium-sized drone, which has edge computing capabilities, so for real-time machine learning applications. So we are also addressing edge computing here. And the large drone, so far we have developed the planter, a planting drone.
Just a second, I can still only see myself.
Okay. So far we have developed a planting drone. It's quite a cool development from SPADE, where the drone can fly over the areas that need to be planted, and it lands and does the planting. So we are going to use that in the other sector as well. And now a few words about the ecosystem. This is the main overview of the SPADE ecosystem. So we have the SPADE platform, which is the heart of the ecosystem, where we are developing the digital twin tools, and it will be the place where the services, datasets, and repositories are being going to be exchanged through the users and through the vendors. As you can see, underneath the platform, we have the open call products. So everything that's going to be produced through these challenges, through the open calls, are going to be linked to the platform directly or through the pilots that are going to be setting the challenges. So each challenge is being addressing specific issues for the pilots. Okay, and next slide is about just informative slide. We in SPADE we also address policy aspects. So we have grouped the policies and regulations in different categories, and we are working on these. So now so far we have split them in operational, environmental, and ethics, data, and technical. And finally, we also work a lot with digital with standardization activities. So we are contributing to several standards concerning the use of drones and digital twins in agriculture and forestry. And with that, I conclude my presentation. Please let us know if you have any questions. And David, I give the floor to you.
All right. Thank you, Aris, for this nice presentation. But let's see if we have some question now. Mino, can you? No question?
We have no questions so far. No.
Let's wait 1 minute more. I mean, maybe there someone will need to ask something. Okay, so the next presentation will be hosted by me. It's related to overall overview. So anyhow, I have also 5 minutes session, a Q&A question at my end of my presentation. So if you don't have any questions now, you can put the question that are related to Aris in my Q&A session. So yeah. Anyhow, I will present my screen now. Let me know if you see my screen. So please confirm me that you see my screen and my bigger picture of the slide, I mean.
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you. So as I told you, welcome to the SPADE Open Call 2 Info Day. My presentation is related to the Open Call overview. So I will jump directly to the other slide. All right. So, all right. So my name is Gaburish David, and I am excited to introduce you to this fantastic opportunity for agriculture and forestry. I also want to present myself. My background is in economic engineering. I have over 7 years of experience working at before companies like PwC and Deloitte, where I work and collaborate closely with the European Commission on auditing projects like this, like SPADE, I mean. Now I am on the other side of the road. I mean, I'm your friend and not the bad guy from the audit anymore. So I am glad to be part of this young team of professional explorers and of course being part of a SPAY team where I have the opportunity to work closely with these amazing partners. Also, I have some words related to the Sploro. Sploro is a company based in Spain. We deliver digital solution and innovation services to get your ideas funded. We manage your R&D projects and we raise funds through cascade funding opportunities. Of course, we work a lot with researchers, with startups, and we work a lot with CME that have R&D inside their company. We help them raise funding and we help them to strategize the way they should access public funding. So this is all for this slide. Let's dive into the details of the SPADE Open Call now. And I prepare an agenda meeting, which we will have the SPADE Open Call 2 overview. I have some small details related to the challenges and case studies. Anyhow, you will find much more information in the next info days that we will have shortly in the next couple of weeks. The third slide is eligibility and application process, evaluation and selection process, funding and support, key dates and next steps. And of course, next info days, like you to book your calendars and agendas for that specific time and date. And of course, we'll have the Q&A and the contact information. So SPADE Open Call 2 overview. SPADE Open Call 2 offers a total funding pool of 525k euros, supporting up to 9 projects. So we have 9 projects, out of which 8 projects will be funded to up to 60k, and 1 project will be funded up to 45k. Each project will have a 6-month duration focusing on innovative drone applications. The application window closes on May 26, so there's ample time to prepare strong proposal. We opening the open call on 24 March. Anyhow, you will have plenty of time to read the guidelines and to prepare yourself for the last closing date, which is on 26 May. And consider that is by 5 p.m. set time. After that, after all the application that come after that hour, we are not eligible for this open call. So challenges and case studies. Mr. Aris already provided a large view, but I have some sentences here. So the open call is structured around 3 universal challenges and 3 case studies, each targeting critical areas in drone technology. So applicants can purpose solution for swarm communication, advanced drone system, and image processing, or tackle real-world application in open field agriculture, forestry, and livestock farming. But for more info, please access the QR code here, and you will find more info to each the universal challenges and the case studies. Eligibility and application process. So applicants must be legally established in eligible European countries or associated countries. The call is open to SMEs and startups, research institutions, and NGO and foundation which are focused on drone technology and agriculture innovation. Application must be submitted only through the Sploro platform. We don't accept any other types of platform, but if you access the QR code, you will find their link to the platform and all the guidelines. So evaluation and selection process. Application will be assessed based on the team capability, technical excellence, implementation strategy, and expected income. A multi-stage evaluation process ensures fairness and selects the best proposal for funding. The review stages will include eligibility check, which will be done by Sploro in the first week after closing of the call. Challenge alignment verification which will be done. Okay. And external evaluation by experts.
Sorry, David.
Sorry?
You
Yes.
are not sharing your screen. It just went out.
Something happened.
Yes, you are not sharing your screen. If you could share your screen again.
All right. Give me
just
some
happened
seconds.
now. So.
All right. So Mino, please confirm me that you see everything until this slide, or should I return to the other slides?
No, this one is, yes, the one that you were talking, yes.
All right. Thank you. And okay, we are discussing about the review stages, which are the eligibility check, challenge alignment verification, which will be done by our experts involved in the project, external evaluation by the external experts, and score normalization and final selection. I mean, this is the multi-stage evaluation process, which will ensure fairness and through which we will select the best proposal for funding. The next slide is related to the funding and support. So funding will be distributed based on the project milestone, of course, ensuring alignment with the SPADE goals. Selected projects must comply with the open source requirements and will receive mentorship and technical guidance. Is too fast. Related to the payments, in the month 1 of the project implementation, you will need to develop your KPIs. In the month 3, you will need to deliver to us the interim reports and the status of each KPI, the accomplish of each KPI. Following that, the first payment will be made in month 4, covering half of the total project budget. What I mean through this, for example, your project has a total funding of 60K. In month 4, you will receive half of that money, I mean 30K. The other project which will receive 44.5K will receive in month 4, of course, half of the money, 22.5. Key dates and next steps. So, to recap, application open on 24 and the deadline is set up for May 26. Results will be announced in July. Will commence shortly after that. So, my proposal here, and I encourage you for this and to deliver us your groundbreaking ideas. So I have also a slide related to the info days. For example, we have the next info day on 2 of April at the same hour that we had today, 10 o'clock set time. The info day 2 will be related to the challenges 1 and 2 for the case Tuesday 2, Forestry. And the info day 3 will be related to the challenges 3 and case study 1. And info day 4 will be for the case study 3 as well, livestock case study integration. So info day 3 is on 4 April and info day 4 is on 9 April. Just like you to know and book your agendas, because this will be actually the technical part of the info days. Now, what I want to do is to provide you all through of the Sploro platform. So first of all, what you need to know is to start from the website. Here is a link to the website. If you don't have an account on the Sploro platform, please create one by following this link. And here will be easy step for you to create that link. Anyhow, I'll share my screen now to present you the platform and the website and everything you need to know. So after that, you have to push on the website the application for button and you can start completing your application. And now I will stop this presentation and I want to share with you my so accessing the website here. Can you confirm me if you see the website now?
No, we still see your slides. I think you should stop sharing and then start sharing your website.
Okay. Okay, give me some moment to do that. So I think now it's good.
Yes.
You see the website, no? All
That's
right.
right.
So guys, we have now the website here. I access directly from the presentation, that link. So if you go on the open call, you'll see that we have 2 tabs, open call 2 and past open calls. For the open call 2, we have open call 2 for applicants and open call 2 for evaluators. So we are going to open call 2 for applicants now. And of course, we need to wait a little bit because there are plenty of information there. So this is the open call to for applicants webpage. You will find all the information that you need to know for this open call. I'm going with you. You will find also detailed information for the challenges and the case study that we have. We will have some eligibility condition that you already need to know. Of course, in the bottom page, we will find the info days, all the details that I already present you. You will find the selection process with the timelines. And of course, you will find the guidelines, the supporting documents, which you can access from each one from here, which is very easy. And you will find the FAQ, let's say, session here as well. So this is all the main important things that you need to know. So it's very intuitive and very user-friendly. So you won't lost in this web. So as I told you in the presentation, we need to follow the application form here, which will directly dive us in the on the Explorer platform in order to make an account. First of all, if we don't have an account. So, but if you have an account, we'll drive you directly in the application form that you need to complete. So here you need, if you don't have an account, to include your startup, first name, last name, mail address, and selection of your password, which you'll see a bar down to choose the strong one. I mean. But if I have an account, I will go directly to go to the login. So my account is this one. And when you push this button and you have an account, that button will forward you directly to this application form. You have to introduce your startup name here. I will name it like SPADE Training. Begin the application. And you have to complete all the details related to each form that we presented here, which is very simple. But please bear in mind that some of the fields are required. So if you don't complete one of these fields, you won't be eligible to pass in that. So at the end, we'll have next. Of course, you need to complete everything. Otherwise, you receive these errors, issues that you need to resolve. So page to the next one, and you will have the challenges address. And of course, you will have the form here that is related to you and to provide the CV and so on and so forth, the LinkedIn page and all the details that are already we are already asked this in the application form, which you can access it on our website, and I will download now with you, just like you to see how it looks. So you will need the funnel is projected same as this application form. So you need to complete all the information in the funnel in order to be eligible for the next phase. So this is all from my side. Mino, let me know if we have some questions.
Yes, we do. So
All right.
if it's okay, I will read the questions, and if any of the panelists have an answer.
Yes.
If we develop the technology within the project, who will own the intellectual property? Also, would we be able to use our own software for data processing within the project?
This is a technical one, so
I can certainly answer to this question.
All right. Please, Philip.
So intellectual property, you own it. You will continue to own it. So you don't have to give your intellectual property to SPADE project. Now, and you will see in my presentation, what we ask you is to develop in an open source way. So, and to use an open source license. So it means that you own the intellectual property, but you grant others to use your code under an open source license. Does it answer to your question on there?
Okay, thank you. So
Right.
I will ask the next question. This is for Aris, but I think also other partners could answer. Will the developed technology in SPADE project be commercialized after the project? What are the TRLs you try to achieve at the end of the project?
Okay, as Philip mentioned, everything needs to be open source. Of course, you are free to commercialize, and actually, we are looking for something like this to have products that are becoming commercial. However, whatever is developed in SPADE needs to be open source according to the requirements that we have set. Everything is in all the documents. The requirements that we have set for open source. Concerning the TRLs, well, if you check all the challenges, the descriptions are quite clear. We want specific developments that need to work with the pilots. So it's not very clear what TRL we need in the end. However, we need something that is working, it's operable. So we have practical issues that we are addressing. And also one thing, we also need to answer about if you are able to use your own software for the previous question for data processing. So it's pretty much the same answer that please check the requirements for each challenge. We have set all the steps there and all the requirements for technical. Of course, if it's just for processing data, of course, you can use any software you need. However, in the end, all the code that you develop needs to be open source according to the requirements that we have for the open source.
Thank you, Aris. I will move to the next question. If the funding will be given to us to a specific challenge, would we need to relocate for the period of 6 months to partners in Spain, Norway to work with them, or on a specific challenge?
I suppose this one
Yes.
is for me
I
as
think
well.
yes, Aris. Please feel free to answer.
Reallocate, you mean to travel to the pilots?
I think that is the idea, yes.
No, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement. Only under specific conditions. Usually what we expect from for each challenge is for you to make the developments, provide to the relevant partner, and then they will do the tests. So only in specific conditions, if needed, based on the what is developed on the go. If there need to be a live communication in
Thank you. Next question. I will ask this one, then give the floor to Flip and keep the rest to the end of the presentation. Is the grant fixed to 60K? Is it necessary to plan the budget upfront while doing the application?
So yes, the grant is up to 50K, but you will
60K, there it is.
60K, yes, 60K. But anyhow, that depends on your accomplishment of the KPIs, because can be less, but not much more.
One clarification: we have 8 challenges out of 9 that are up to 60, and one challenge which is up to 45.
45,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, but it's all assigned in the documents. All these the details are in the documents for each challenge.
Yes, guys. So we encourage you, because this is a technical project. So we encourage you to read all the guidelines, the technical annexes, and everything there, because we'll help you to prepare better for this open call. So please feel free to read first.
And they are simple and straightforward. So we didn't put a lot of
condition and requirements. They are very straightforward.
Yeah.
Yes, so I will start my presentation, Mino, and we'll give the floor to Mr. Philip Krief, which will present you the open sources. So first of all, give me time to stop it. Fine. I think I stop it.
No.
No, you, of course.
Okay, so we also have a few other questions, but maybe we can address them once we finish the presentation.
Yes, Ivan.
But Mino, look, stop it. All right. So what's on the other screen? So I think now it stopped. So Mr. Philip, go for it.
Okay, can I assume that you can see my first slide?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Philip Krief. I'm from Eclipse Foundation. Certainly some of you in your young age, you had the opportunity to work on our IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Eclipse now foundation is at least 20 years old, so we did much more things, and now for more than 10 years, we are involved in research projects and helping research projects in delivering open source solutions and building a community around that. And it's a very important aspect of this project. We are trying to build a community, and we expect you guys to be a part of this community at this point once the open call will be delivered. First thing, so as I said, SPADE Consortium has adopted an open collaboration approach. So it means that they follow open source best practices like transparency, openness, meritocracy, and vendor neutrality. What does it mean? It means that we really want you guys to develop openly your code using open GitLab infrastructure. And not because we want to control you, but we want to give you the opportunity to interact with us. If you develop your code in-house, we have no way to support you if you have any question. You have no way to see what others are doing. And we have no way to identify potential issue in your code, potential issue in terms of license or in terms of dependency that you might use with others. Openness, because we want to be as open as possible, which doesn't mean that you will lose your intellectual property, but just the fact that we collaborate all together. Everybody keeps his copyrights. It's very important, and we totally respect that. It's one of the rules actually in open source and in Eclipse. But it means that, yeah, at some point, if some other might want to collaborate later on this project, not during, of course, the open calls, but later on, you will be open if they deserve to participate. So it's for this reason we are talking about meritocracy, they will be able to participate. And vendor neutrality, of course, because of this approach. As I mentioned to you, yes, we ask you to develop from day one under the infrastructure hosted at Eclipse. So it's open infrastructure. You will manage your code. Nobody else will be able to change it, but you will be able to see your code as you can see the code of other participants. Here I share with you open call one. So if you are looking for so you have some concern about some APIs or you want to get some inspiration from others, please do it. Please ask questions. You can also have access to the source code at the last version of SPADE. So if there is you identify a bug or there is you are waiting for a new feature, the new feature will be available immediately for you also under this infrastructure. So you have all these kind of privileges to be able to manage your code, but you keep your code and you own all the development. You're not allowed to have private projects. It's one rule that we have at Eclipse. So there is, as I said to you before, transparency for us is very, very important. Open collaborations doesn't mean that you cannot commercialize solutions. So you see that we have open source SPADE core platform, which will provide a set of APIs and functionality that you might want to use. On top of that, you develop your open call, your challenge, your solution. And of course, you can provide a commercialization of that, because usually when you are in this kind of open source business model, the approach is to provide an expertise or an instantiation of your case or an extension of your feature. But the idea is really to validate already your project through the full platform, and we have a full access to the open source stack, from the core technology to the open calls. And on top of that, of course, you can deliver a commercial solution, because it will be based on what we name it business-friendly license. Indeed, just a quick reminder about the spectrum. Sorry, it's here. SPADE is based on Eclipse Public License. Eclipse Public License is one of the open source license which is a request reciprocity. It means that we consider that if you identify a bug in our code and you fix it, please provide it back your bug to the community. Or if you find an improvement, technical improvement to the code, please give it back to the community. But now you can, of course, develop any solution on top of that and make and commercialize it. You also can use and adopt a more permissive license that you don't ask anything to people who will be using your code, but we decide to use the Eclipse Foundation license, not only to make me happy inside the consortium, but also because we're considering that it's important to build this spirit of community that, okay, guys, we share with you some code, but if you see an improvement, please contribute to that. In terms of license we accept and we recommend this license, and we ask you to totally avoid in your own code or in the libraries that you might use to use a GPL license, because GPL, unfortunately, it's a viral license. It means that it forces others who are using this code to be GPL as well, and automatically it goes to the top. So even you want to commercialize it, and finally you want at the end of the project have a commercial solution on top of these features that you develop. You will not be able to have your own private code in this case because it will be based on the GPL. And one of our role in this project is to help you. We have the tools to scan your code and to scan all the dependency and the dependency of the dependencies to identify potential issue with some GPL or GPL. And we will be very vigilant on this aspect because we were a little bit weak. We just mentioned that during the first open call, and we were facing a couple of issues with some of our challengers. So we'll try really to avoid this situation this time. So just to explain you how it works, how this kind of third-party dependency license works. Let's see, we have identified several licenses, so it's your project. Your project can have several third-party dependencies. Some of these dependencies are known for its Eclipse, so it can be Apache, and some other, or it can be GPL. So by default, we consider that Eclipse, Apache, or these permissive and other weak copyleft licenses are okay to use, but you might have some issue with some GPL license that I mentioned before. But in any case, if you want to use a GPL license, or you have no choice because there is only one library that you would like to use and there is no other option, just let us know, and we have some time on some circumstances we can adapt your architecture to make, for example, optional your code. In this case, if it's optional, then, or it's an operating system but doesn't concern you, but if it's an optional feature, then in this case, you can use a GPL third-party license, but we need to check it with you. So if we have no access to your code, we might discover that at the end, and your code will be rejected, and it's not what we expect. So for this reason, from day one, please work with us. We're here to help. We're not here to block you, but we really help you to make something where you will be able to use it. You will be able to make, or I hope, a business after on that, and build a community for sustainability reason of SPADE. We are really strong believer, we Eclipse, that this kind of platform can really leverage all this approach around drones and agriculture. So don't hesitate to do that. Copyright, you will put your copyright, and if you forget to do it, we'll help you putting your copyright with the name of your organization. And remind you, copyrights, you put the name of the organization on the top, not your personal name. But in Germany, actually, I discovered that recently, that in Germany, you put the name of your organization, and you can also put your own name as a developer, but you have to put the name of the organization, and you have also we ask you to put the license that you are planning to use, and it's very important. And if you already have some code and you didn't do it, we'll help you. For example, making a pull request to your code to inject this kind of copyright in your code with your own copyright. Of course, we totally respect your intellectual property. That's it for me. I hope that the message was clear. We are really looking for working with you, building a strong community around SPADE, and doing that with a spirit of open source. Any question?
Thank you very much, Philippe. Yes, there are some questions I will read again, and I will ask you to please answer. Do we need to save the invoices, paychecks, confirmations in order to verify the cost at the end of the project?
I think it's a question for David or for Aris, right?
Yes, but no, we won't request any invoices. And Aris, please correct me if I'm wrong here, because I am not aware of any invoices or any cost.
No, you're on
You
mute.
are on mute.
On mute, Aris.
Yes, David. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
so far
right.
we haven't requested for any.
So please feel free to
The payments
make
are
your plan.
mainly based on development. So if the KPIs are the foreseen KPIs are satisfied, then the payment is being done.
Thank you, Aris and David. In the project, can we place additional custom sensors on the SPADE drones, example, the swarm drone? And if yes, how do we need to procure and experiment with the SPADE drones or other vendor drones?
So this is more technical. Yeah.
Technical.
So again, this applies to mainly to the challenge owners to this question. We have in some cases that we provide the equipment to the challenge winners to do the developments. Any other suggestions are welcome, of course, but they need to be communicated with the challenge owners. So for each specific challenge.
Next question is, but still I assume that we will need to integrate our solution with the partner. I would think the partner here refers to the challenge owner.
Say that again, Mino?
Still, I assume that we will need to integrate our solution with the partner.
Yes. So we have the description. So for each challenge, we have a specific technical description. So all these applications need to verify that they satisfy these developments that need to be developed in each specific challenge. And of course, in case you have any suggestions that would make the development even better, please, you are welcome. However, you will need to the challenge winners will need to discuss this to communicate these changes with the challenge owner.
Thank you.
And also these specific questions should be addressed to the specific challenge owners, right? Because they are the ones that need these developments. They are oversee these developments.
Someone is asking which challenge is only 45K, which I assume in the website it's already available, all the details. But if you already have it in mind, you can.
Yes, it's for the data collection and annotation for the crop pilot.
Thank you. Now the last question. The drones of drone swarms that have been manufactured in which programming language have they been developed? Do they have APIs available to communicate with them?
Well, we need to. This is a very technical question. We need to check with SDU. But we set them to work in ROS systems. So it's a ROS environment. I'm not sure what language is being used, but ROS is an open operating system. So.
Thank you. I think we have no further questions.
I have something to say before to close. Guys, you will find the contact mail address. You can also put your question there in writing and we try to reply as fast as we can. Another important things on Explorer platform, if you identify a field and there is still an error and you cannot submit it, take into consideration that is also minimum word requirements there. You will find all the details in the application form, which you can find it on the website in the document section, in the bottom of the page. But anyhow, contact us through the mail and we will reply to all your questions. So thank you for your time. I hope this session was provide you clarity on the SPADE open call. And as I said early, please feel free to contact us for any questions. So thank you guys, and thank you to all of you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.